What if I told you that keeping your money in the bank might be the biggest financial mistake you're making right now? No, this isn't fear-mongering, it's a cold, hard truth, and by the time this video ends, you'll see exactly why your savings account could be silently draining your future wealth. But don't worry, we're not just going to point out the problem, we're going to solve it. You're going to discover 6 investments that are not only smarter than letting your cash sit idle, but could actually start building real tangible wealth, starting today. But before we go there, let me take you back to a moment that changed everything for me. I remember it clearly. It was a warm spring afternoon and I was at the bank, watching the teller print out my savings account statement. I had been saving diligently for months, skipping coffee runs, avoiding Uber rides, staying in more weekends than I cared to count. I was proud. Until I saw it. My total interest earned over the past year, $6.82. That's not a typo. That's not missing a few zeros. That's what an entire year of saving got me, less than the price of one sandwich. And right then, something clicked. The bank wasn't helping me grow. It was just babysitting my money while inflation slowly ate it alive. You see, banks are safe, sure, but safety isn't the same as smart. Banks give you 0.01% interest, if you're lucky. Meanwhile, the cost of everything around you is rising at 5%, 6%, even 8% a year. That means every dollar sitting in your savings account is actually losing value, quietly, invisibly. And if you're saving for a future that's 5, 10, 20 years away, you might be saving yourself into poverty. But here's the good news. You don't have to be a stock market genius, a crypto wizard, or a real estate mogul to start investing smarter. You just need to know where to put your money so it actually works for you. So let's talk about what to do instead. Imagine this. Instead of letting your money sleep in a savings account, you put it somewhere that grows, not just by a few cents, but by real percentages. Compound interest, rental income, dividend payments, appreciation, these aren't buzzwords. These are how real wealth is built, and it starts with your next decision. So let's break down 6 investments that are beating banks right now. 6 moves that real people are using every single day to break out of financial survival mode and step into long-term freedom. Let me introduce you to a friend of mine, Tina. She used to keep her emergency fund in a traditional savings account. It gave her peace of mind, sure, but not profit. One day, she stumbled across something called a high-yield savings account. It wasn't flashy, but instead of earning pennies, she was now earning $40, 0 cents, $60, 0 cents, even $100, 0 cents a year on the same amount. Not a fortune, but a smarter place for short-term cash, no risk but better returns. That was her first step. Then came something bigger. Tina started putting money into a low-cost index fund. She didn't have to time the market. She didn't have to pick the right stock. She just bought a slice of the whole thing, the S&P 500. Historically, that index returns around 7-10% annually over the long term. That's not hype, that's math. Every $100, 0 cents she put in was quietly growing into $107, 0 cents, $115, 0 cents, $130, 0 cents, and beyond. She kept contributing even when the market dipped. Because she wasn't playing the short game, she was building wealth for future Tina. Now let's shift gears for a moment. I want you to think about this question. What if your money could actually earn you more money without you lifting a finger? That's where dividends come in. Dividend stocks pay you just for holding them. Companies like Coca-Cola, Johnson & Johnson, and Procter & Gamble pay out a portion of their profits to shareholders. Imagine holding a few shares and getting a payment every quarter. It's like your money is working a side hustle while you sleep. Tina reinvested those dividends, buying more shares which paid more dividends. That's compound growth in action. But Tina didn't stop there. She wanted something tangible. That's when she dipped her toes into real estate, not by buying a house, but by using REITs or real estate investment trusts. These are companies that own or finance income-producing properties. They're traded like stocks but generate income like rental properties. Tina bought shares in a REIT focused on apartment buildings. Now, she was earning passive income without being a landlord, fixing leaky toilets, or collecting rent checks. That's leverage. That's smart investing. Let's pause for a second, because I know what you might be thinking. This sounds complicated, but it's not. The tools are there. The knowledge is free. You're not late. You're right on time. The only thing you need to do is act. Let me tell you about another guy, James. He used to hoard cash like a dragon guarding gold. He thought saving was security. until he realized it was stagnation. So he started small. He downloaded a robo-advisor app. These platforms use algorithms to invest your money based on your goals. You tell it how much risk you're comfortable with, and it spreads your money across stocks, bonds, and ETFs. Set it, forget it, and let the compound interest work. James put in $100.00 a month. After a year, he had more than he expected, not from luck, from consistency. James also explored peer-to-peer lending. It's where regular people lend money to others and earn interest, cutting the bank out of the equation. The risk is a bit higher, but so are the rewards. Some platforms offer 5% to 10% returns. He diversified his loans, never put too much in any one, and watched his money come back with friends. Now let's talk about one more person. Ava. She was tired of watching her savings lose value every year. So she got curious. She started studying something most people ignore: Treasury I-bonds. These are government-backed, inflation-protected bonds. When inflation rises, so do the returns. At one point, these were paying over 6%. That's guaranteed by the US government. Ava parked $5,000 in I-bonds. It wasn't flashy, but it was safe, smart, and outpaced her savings account by a mile. Each of these people, Tina, James, Ava, they didn't start rich. They didn't have financial advisors. They started with awareness, with action, with the decision to stop letting the bank decide their future. They built portfolios that paid them back. And you can too. Look, the truth is brutal. If your money isn't working for you, it's working for someone else. The bank uses your deposits to fund loans, earn interest, and grow their empire. And you get a fraction of a percent. That's not partnership. That's exploitation. So stop playing their game, start building your own. Now imagine this. It's a year from now. You check your accounts, and instead of seeing a flat savings balance, you see growth. You see dividends. You see passive income stacking quietly in the background. You see the fruits of smart choices. That's not a dream. That's what happens when you stop parking your money and start planting it. But I have to be honest with you, most people won't do this. They'll nod, say that makes sense, and go back to the same habits. They'll let fear, procrastination, or confusion win. But not you. Not if you've watched this far. You're not just interested, you're ready. So here's your next step. Pick one of the investments we talked about, just one. Open the account. Make your first contribution. Doesn't matter if it's $10.00 or $100.00. What matters is that you move, that you stop saving and start building, that you stop waiting and start winning. Because in the end, your future doesn't care what you planned, it responds to what you did. And if you're serious about growing your money, protecting your value, and breaking free from financial stagnation, then now is the moment. Not tomorrow, not when you have more, now. If this video gave you even one idea to grow your money smarter, do me a favor, like the video, share it with a friend, and drop a comment below. Tell me which investment you're going to explore first. I respond to as many as I can, and make sure you subscribe, because I'll be diving deeper into each of these with step-by-step guides, platform reviews, and portfolio tips that anyone can follow. But most importantly, don't let your money sleep. Don't let inflation rob your dreams. Don't keep cash in the bank, hoping it'll magically multiply. Put it to work, build your future, invest smart, and I'll see you in the next video.